Okay, you know what that means. It's Watercooler Wednesday.
Here today with us, our friends Kevin Cerrito with the I Love Memphis podcast and Sports 56, Michelle Lewis from FM 100, and our own Mr. Todd Demers. We really need an applause button or a cheer.
You mean just for Todd, for all three of us?
For all three, as we introduce. We'll have to work that into Watercooler.
We'll have to work that out for sure.
All right, well, the first topic, actress Angelina Jolie making headlines this week. This time, the actress has announced that she's had yet another surgery to remove her ovaries and fallopian tubes after another cancer scare. In 2013, you'll remember she underwent a preventative mastectomy. Jolie says she takes these steps because of the history of cancer in her family. Question, Kevin, too far? Is this because of her celebrity going to encourage other women to take such drastic steps, or should it?
I think it's great that she's speaking out. Anytime that you have, a moment like this where the celebrity has what affects many people across the, even like locally, we just had Zeke pass away with cancer, and Joyce Cobb now struggling. Anytime you hear about a celebrity struggle, it really makes you think and put things in perspective.
Michelle, it really has a lot of people around the globe talking about this.
I'm shocked, honestly. I think what an empowering woman, an amazing message, somebody that has a voice. How many celebrities do we know that are using their voice for something great? And the message that I'm getting is, I want to be around for my family. I took a preventative measure, and I want my kids to see me grow old and watch my kids grow up. So kudos to her for using her voice for something great.
Yeah. Todd?
I don't know how prevalent her condition is, because I understand it's a genetic situation.
Yeah, she has the BRCA mutation.
Where her mother also died from cancer from a very young age. So maybe it is indeed getting the word out. And then, of course, you then talk to your doctor and come up with a final decision between you and your family. But you're right. She's at least making it known that you're not alone. Okay?
Absolutely.
I had to go through this.
Yeah,
is it also because she's...
One reason we're having this discussion now.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring it
All right,
up.
our next topic, a Catholic high school in Pennsylvania insists on pre-approving all prom dresses. Yeah, the school wants girls to submit photographs of their dresses. Some students and parents, as you might expect, are upset, contending that the notice, which was given earlier this month, is too last minute, and that some of their dresses have already been bought and not refundable. So parents have launched an online petition. So, Michelle, do you agree with this policy?
I think it's a little bit ludicrous. I understand it's a Catholic school, and Catholic schools have rules, and I can understand their form of, well, if you don't like our rules, don't go here. But it's very last minute. I read the wording of it. It's kind of vague, and the whole point of prom is that's the one night to be creative.
You don't have to wear a uniform?
That's the thing. It's their one night to do what they want to do, and I think it's more about it starts at home. My father always said, you put out an ad, somebody's going to answer it, now go change. And I would go change.
I like that.
And that's what the parents should be able to do. And if the kids show up and they look inappropriate, then send them home. But I'm waiting
You wonder
for it.
if this rule got made because of something that happened last year and it just got too wild and too out of hand, where they had to say, okay, we're going to have to approve this from now on. That's the only reason I can think of why they'd have that all of a sudden. But I agree with you, this last minute stuff, that's for the birds.
It sends a message to the boys that it's the girls' fault if they dress in a,
Kevin, that one's on you.
Well, yeah, who is on the committee? Do they just bring the dress, or they wear the dress,
No,
or
they
their
take a
pictures?
picture.
It sounds very.
Do they wear the dress?
Where's
in the
Kevin
picture?
Bacon? I'm waiting for him to come out, and the next thing you know is
Right,
we're
no
going, no
dancing
dancing, done. Bring him out.
Another update to Footloose.
Where's Craig Brewer when we need him?
Exactly.
Well, how about this one? The woman crowned Miss Universe Japan is facing controversy. People in Japan saying, you're not Japanese enough. That's because she's the daughter of a Japanese woman and a black man from America. And some are questioning whether she really is Japanese enough to hold the title. Todd.
How come they waited until she won to bring this up, okay? If you had
Because they didn't think she would win.
Maybe they said, she's not going to win. What are we going to do now?
She doesn't stand a chance.
So why did she win the Japanese?
It's apparently the judges liked it enough, so if it's good enough for the judges, good enough for me.
Kevin.
Right. I don't know much about this group in Japan who's upset, but I bet they're the same people who'd be like, Obama's not really the first black president. He's only half black.
It just to me, promotes that being different is bad, and that's not a good message. She lives there, she speaks the language, she identifies as Japanese. Who are we to tell her that that's not who she is?
Does it also indicate, Todd, maybe this continues to be a global problem when it comes to one's race?
Yeah,
also?
there you go.
Different cultures, different societies, different ways to look at things. I'm not real familiar with how Japan is going to be thinking about all of this, but obviously they have now put it on the table and it's going to be talked about now.
Yeah, and how much is it based on how she appears? Because she doesn't have, she herself said, I don't look as Asian as I might if I were 100% Japanese.
Well, what nationality is she?
She's Well,
Okay,
come on.
then. All right.
Why does it matter?
Exactly.
The question
You need a
is,
birth
why does it
certificate to
matter?
get into the competition?
Is
How does that
anybody
work?
relieved that America's not the only one that's apparently having some trouble with this concept of
Our focus
let's
needs
all
to be
just
elsewhere. It just truly needs to be elsewhere.
Yes.
If face is a face, everybody has a different face. You are who you are. It's just very wrong to say that somebody isn't Japanese, white, Spanish, whatever, just because that's how they feel.
Right.
You are who you identify with.
Right.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thanks.
it.
We
Thanks for
love
having us.
Watercooler. Thank you.